From Fox News, former Biden advisor admits failure to address border crisis reality led to Trump's re-election. Former Biden border advisor Blas Nunez Neto says the administration's failure to tackle the border crisis helped Trump win re-election. Nunez Neto called the surge in illegal crossings a crisis and pointed to a lack of resources and delayed policies as key issues. He admits by the time Biden worked on bipartisan immigration reform, it was too late, tangled in election politics. Nunez Neto urges Congress to create a system balancing legal immigration and strict enforcement to avoid future crises. From CNN, powerful Israeli strikes rock at Damascus as Syrian forces clash with Druze militias. Israel launched heavy strikes on Damascus, targeting Syrian government sites as clashes between Syrian forces and Druze militias intensify. At least 3 were killed and 34 injured, with Syria condemning the attacks as a dangerous escalation. Israel says it's protecting the Druze minority, but tensions rise as a ceasefire with the Druze remains uncertain. Netanyahu warns Israeli Druze not to cross into Syria as the U.S. expresses concerns over the strikes. From Newsweek, Donald Trump disapproval rating hits record high. A new poll shows President Trump's disapproval rating at a record 55%, with only 41% approving his performance. Backlash over the Epstein case, where no client list was found, fuels public distrust, with 79% wanting full disclosure. Support among Democrats and independents has dropped sharply, while Republicans remain steady. This could impact Trump and the GOP as the 2026 midterms approach. From USA Today, President Trump says he doesn't understand fascination with pretty boring Epstein case. President Trump calls the Jeffrey Epstein case boring and questions the public's fascination with it. Despite his stance, top Republicans and MAGA voices demand the Justice Department release all Epstein files. House Speaker Mike Johnson joins calls for transparency, breaking from Trump's dismissive tone. The DOJ says no client list exists, and Epstein's death was ruled a but public skepticism persists. From WIVB Buffalo, Trump tells GOP lawmakers he will likely fire Powell soon. President Trump told GOP lawmakers he may soon fire Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell, sparking market concerns. The S&P 500 fell after reports of Trump's plans, fueled by his frustration over Powell's refusal to cut interest rates. Trump later called firing Powell unlikely unless fraud is proven, but tensions remain high. Legal challenges could arise if Trump moves to oust Powell before his term ends in May. From the Post-Millennial, former Spokane City Council president federally indicted for riot against ICE facility in Washington. Former Spokane City Council president Ben Stuckert faces federal charges for a riot at an ICE facility in June. Stuckert allegedly rallied others to block an ICE bus, with co-defendants accused of slashing tires and assaulting officers. 9 were indicted, with Stuckert released under strict conditions, while 2 others remain in custody. The riot, part of a wave of anti-ICE protests, trapped federal agents and detainees for hours. And as always, thank you for the like, comment, and subscription.